Hi folks, welcome back to the Model 3 Man channel, and boy do we have an interesting topic for you today. First of all, as I sip from my James Taylor mug, I want to mention to you that last August the 5th I think it was, in the height of summer, I put on an evening garden concert where myself, Janine on the keyboards, and some other band members, including my daughter, put on 14 of James Taylor's most beloved, possibly most well-known songs. And that has now been edited, and if you go up there you can click on the link and listen to it. I'm trying to get my number of subscribers up in the channel, so even if you're not particularly fond of James Taylor's music, but you do like music, go and subscribe, click on the like button, and as they say, do me a solid. I'd like to talk today about something that is kind of revolutionizing industries across the board, but particularly the industry of information. Now, up to this point in time, if you've been interested in Tesla and you've wanted to know about a particular area of Tesla, like autopilot or vertical integration, most of the time you've simply gone onto YouTube. You've looked up and discovered a host of Tesla YouTubers whose sole job it is to bring you and to share with you the excitement of owning a Tesla, and none of us are paid. At least we're not paid by Tesla. Tesla doesn't pay anyone to advertise. Now, let's think about this for a moment. How do you know that they're accurate? How do you know that they don't have any biases? Well, obviously, you do get a feel for that as you listen to a number of them. So you might come into Model 3 Man, which is my channel, and look at all of the information I've produced over the 4 years I've been uploading. By careful comparison, you'll discover who are the good YouTubers, who are the ones that are accurate in their information, who accurately convey their love and their passion without sounding like they're just paid shills for Tesla. But now there's a whole different method that we can use to discover information which is impartial, completely unbiased, will bring you the information that you're looking for. And I'm sure you've heard the name. You would go to a website called ChatGPT. ChatGPT. OpenAI. In other words, artificial intelligence, providing you with answers and replies to questions that you ask it. Obviously, a lot of questions spring to mind when we talk about that. For example, how up to date is it? Are the answers that it gives biased? Are they accurate, in fact? Are they complete? So today what we're going to do is go onto the ChatGPT website. I keep thinking GPS, but it's GPT. And we're going to ask it a few difficult Tesla questions and see what kind of answer we get, and decide today whether this represents an exciting new frontier for gaining accurate, impartial information outside of the traditional channels like books and magazines and websites, all the traditional ways that we searched up to this point. You'll simply go on the web to, let's get it right here, chat.openai.com. chat.openai.com. Now be prepared for a little bit of a disappointment. You might discover that message. ChatGPT is at capacity right now. Please be patient. Put your email address. We'll write to you when there is another opening for you. Nevertheless, when you get on and you've created your account and you've signed in, you have the ability to ask questions and have them answered. How up to date is it? Well, sadly, unfortunately, it's only up to date as of September 2021. In other words, it's a year and a half behind. Obviously, the developers are working on updating the information, but as of now, it is accurate as of September 2021. How impartial or unbiased is it? Well, there was an interesting experiment. Somebody went on Twitter and published the results of two questions that they asked. Number one, write a poem about Joe Biden and all that he has done. Without any hesitation, the ChatGPT website began writing a 5 or 6 verse poem, rhyming poem, about Joe Biden and all the glorious achievements that he has been responsible for. And then they followed that with a question, write a poem on Donald Trump. And it replied, I'm sorry, but as an open AI system, I am not allowed to be partial. I have to be non-partisan, so I cannot create a poem about Donald Trump. Wow, that was interesting. If that answer had been given to both of the questions, we could truly have said that, yes, ChatGPT, the open AI, is impartial. But it favored the one over the other. It created quite a furor, and everyone was commenting and all kinds of things were going around. And so 4 days later, I tried the same question. Write a poem about the accomplishments of Donald Trump. This time, it didn't tell me it wasn't allowed to do so because it was non-partisan. It created a 4 or 5 verse rhyming poem on Donald Trump. Here were the first 4 lines. Donald Trump, a name so grand, a leader like no other in this land, a businessman with a heart so true, bringing jobs and hope and vision anew. Now, forget the fact that it's a corny poem. It had rectified the partisan imbalance of only a few days before, and it had decided that, hey, if you like Donald Trump and you want a poem, here you are. If you like Joe Biden and you want a poem about him, here you are. And I think that shows very promising signs. How is it when it comes to Tesla? Because really what we're looking at here is a new way to investigate knowledge about Tesla. Will it be like much of the mainstream press where they're all in the tank of big oil? Or will they just provide the information we ask? So let's get into that now. And I asked it 4 questions that are pretty in-depth and require a pretty good response. And you know what I was amazed by? How well written the replies are, how eloquent and grammatically correct. Now, bear in mind, I used to be an English teacher, so my kind of forte is trying to construct grammatical sentences. And OpenAI on the ChatGPT site does a remarkable job. So let's get into those questions. The first question I asked it was, what is vertical integration in a Tesla factory? I mean, forget the fact I asked the question, what does vertical integration in a Tesla factory? I meant to put do. Here's what the site spat out. Now, when I say spat out, you see the words being typed across the screen. They trickle across the screen. It might take 3-4 minutes to complete it, but it comes up with a complete and coherent reply. What is the advantage of vertical integration in a Tesla factory? Vertical integration in a Tesla factory refers to the company's control over various stages of production, from the sourcing of the raw materials to the delivery of finished vehicles to customers. Tesla's vertically integrated business model gives the company, listen to this, greater control over quality and cost of its products, as well as the flexibility to quickly respond to changes in the market. For example, Tesla designs and builds its own electric motors and battery systems, rather than outsourcing these components to other manufacturers. This allows the company to have full control over design and performance of these critical components, ensuring that they meet its high standards for quality and efficiency. Very true, very accurate. Those are some of the advantages of vertical integration. It continues. In addition to its control over the production of key components, Tesla also designs and builds its own manufacturing equipment. Remember, the machine that makes the machine that produces the machine being the factory. By having control over every aspect of production, Tesla is able to produce vehicles quickly and efficiently and respond to changes in demand or other market factors. Overall, vertical integration gives Tesla a significant advantage over traditional automakers, who often rely on outsourcing and supplier relationships for key components and systems. This allows Tesla to be more nimble and responsive to changes in the market, as well as to innovate and create unique products that set it apart from its competitors. That is brilliant. It's not only well written, it's also accurate, and it's a good summary, a good summation of the major advantages of vertical integration. By the way, I also went onto the website and I said, please write me a script for my Model 3 Man channel highlighting the benefits of owning a Tesla. It came up with a 12-point script that would have done me proud, and I could have just pretended it was me writing it, but I don't like the idea of doing that. So then I went on to a second question, and I said, what advantages does Tesla have over its competitors? Now that's a question that's asked a lot today. Why Tesla? Why is there an advantage to waiting and getting the right Tesla for me than just getting another EV that's on the market? Tesla has several advantages over its competitors in the EV field. Number one, strong brand image. And it goes on to talk about building a strong image as a leader in the EV market while focusing on cutting-edge technology and sustainability. Number two, battery technology. Tesla had made significant investments in battery technology, which gives it a competitive advantage in terms of range, charging time, and battery performance. Now, I won't read each of these points. You can see them as I scroll down. But number three was the charging network that Tesla has built out. Number four was autopilot technology that is becoming more and more of a differentiator in the market today. As you've been following, I'm sure, I've been reporting back on full self-driving, and I've got a new episode coming later this week to show you where it currently stands in terms of capability. Number five, vertical integration. That's an advantage Tesla has over its competitors. And number six, first mover advantage. In other words, Tesla was one of the first companies to enter into the EV field, to get things out, to put out its name and its brand, and leaves it in a strong position. And then it finally ends up. These advantages have helped Tesla establish a strong position in the electric vehicle market and set it apart from its competitors. However, it adds, it is worth noting that the competition in the EV market is rapidly increasing, and other automakers are investing in electrical vehicles and closing the gap in some areas. I asked it a third question. Why are Tesla's electric motors so much better and more advanced than those found in other EVs? It replied, Tesla's electric motors are considered more advanced than those in other EVs for several reasons. Number one, efficiency. Tesla's motors are designed for high efficiency, meaning they convert more of the energy from the battery into useful power for the vehicle, resulting in longer range, improved performance compared to many other electrical motors. Number two, power density. Tesla's motors have a high power density, meaning they can deliver a lot of power in a small, compact package the size of a large watermelon. This allows for greater design flexibility and contributes to the overall efficiency of the vehicle itself. Number three, the cooling system. Tesla motors are cooled using a unique liquid cooling system that helps maintain a consistent operating temperature and prolong the life of the motor. Number four, integration of the motors with the rest of the vehicle. Tesla's motors are integrated with the rest of the vehicle's power electronics, really important, which help reduce energy losses and improve overall system efficiency. In other words, the circuitry on the motor and the circuitry of the battery controllers and every other circuit is integrated to produce the greatest efficiencies. Customization. Tesla has the ability to design and build its own motors, which allows for customization and optimization for specific vehicle models. That enables the company to offer a unique driving experience and set itself apart from its competitors. Are you convinced yet? So let's bring this to a close. Is ChatGPT a useful alternative to finding out very accurate, timeous information about Teslas? Yes and no. Yes, what information it does have programmed into it, it delivers very well, very eloquently, pretty accurately, and it gives us a deeper insight into subjects that are often difficult to search out For example, simply Googling it is not going to produce the results you want. And looking for a YouTuber who covers that topic is going to be, again, somewhat difficult. ChatGPT, or OpenAI, has the ability to take the exact question you ask it and deliver a specifically tailored response. Secondly, Timeus. Well, it's not at the moment very up to date. A year and a half is a long, long time in technology. Obviously, they're working on bringing it up to date and bringing it into the current era, and that will make a difference. Number 3, unbiased, impartial. It's appearing to be that. We didn't see any evidence here that AI or GPT was biased against Tesla, that it came with any of the FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt, that is such a part of trading in Tesla shares, believing Tesla information online. It's pretty good. So I'm happy that they're developing it in a very impartial, unbiased way. I just wish it was more up to date and we could ask it questions about the here and the now, but that will come. That doesn't mean that you should now dump my Model 3 Man channel, because at this point in time, I am bringing you current information. I'm taking you on a drive for full self-driving, and I very much doubt whether artificial AI will be able to do that in any meaningful way. So thanks again for supporting the channel and for listening today. I'll be back soon with an episode that left me shattered. My car crashed, not literally, but the software, and all of my settings disappeared. So I'll bring you the report on that tomorrow and tell you how to handle it if it ever happens to you. If you have not subscribed, and the majority of you have not, please hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and give this a like or a comment once you've finished watching. See you soon. Cheers for now.